You see, every time I talk about livestock farming and I talk about when I was doing my farming, I only tend to choose one, prefer work with one or two different breeds. I can't work with more than five because it's going to cause a problem for me. Because you need to remember, cattle are different from breed to breed. Some are early maturing, some are late maturing. Some can work in the hot conditions, some can work better in the cold conditions. Some are good at walking up mountains, some are good at doing that. So it's very important and critical that you try to do selection. Whenever I go to people's farms who have like five different cattle breeds, I'm always trying to understand like what's the end goal, what's the plan here? Why do you have so many cattle breeds? Is it good for you, for your pockets, for example? Because to me, it's almost like you're not a farmer of livestock. You're more like a collector of livestock because you're still trying to match and mix the different cattle breeds. So I was telling this friend of mine yesterday. We had a conversation. He is a guy who last year had a Bosmara. I think this year he bought a Brahman. He's telling me next year he's gonna bring in a Simmental bull. Next year he's gonna bring in a Beefmaster. So it's this thing of always changing bulls and bringing different bulls to the craw. And I always ask him why. Why not just pick one or two, maybe a Brahman and maybe a Beefmaster, and you work with those two. It will be much more easier for you, and it will be much more easier for you to maintain them, because like I said, some animals are American, some animals are African, some animals are European, and some animals are very sensitive to certain conditions, which would mean that you would probably struggle to manage them. Because if this animal can perform in these hot conditions, this other one can't. You see? And also now when you want to win them, remember they don't all mature at the same age. Some are fast maturing, some are late maturing. And that would mean you might have to spend a bit much more time and effort on the late maturing than you would do on your fast maturing. So that's why I usually tell people that if I have to choose cattle breeds, I'll work with two. It's either a Simbra and maybe get a Hereford or a Simmental or something different, or even a Pinska or a Charolais, something a bit different. Rather than do this thing my friend does of every year he buys in a new bull, a different breed. He doesn't stick to one breed. He's always buying different breeds of bulls every year. And as much as I advise him to stop doing that, he always fights with me and he says he's just farming. So I let him be. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.